certainly is. Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Tibbins. You know who you are. Come on in, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. This is the best, first, and only video podcast by fans, for fans of your Los Angeles Dodgers. And don't you ever forget it. Today is the 7th of July, and we're coming into the All-Star break very soon. We got our last series, but let's talk about yesterday for a second. Dodgers fell to the Orioles in what turned out to be a marathon finale to their series. It was crazy. I mean, they used 23 players, 14 innings, 6 hits for Chase Utley, 2 home runs for Mark Trumbo, 36 strikeouts by both teams combined, but in the end, the Dodgers lost 6-4 in 14 innings. Utley went 6 for 7. Wow. Game went 14 innings. How long is 14 innings? Well, organist Dieter Ruhl played take me out of the ball game during the 7th inning stretch, and then again during the 14th inning stretch. You know, that's happened before. I was actually at a game once about 10 years ago with my uncle. It was a 17-inning game, and they played, Nancy B. Heffley played the 7th inning stretch and the 14th inning. So we thought that was pretty cool. All right, now the team heads into its final series before the All-Star break. San Diego's in town for 4 games. So that means we're going to be talking to a friend of ours, I'm sure, from the San Diego side. He knows who he is. We'll give him a shout-out later. He doesn't need one now. We got some Dodger home runs and hits to play for you. One home run was in the first inning yesterday by Justin Turner. Let's hear how that went.
Turner, who has beaten him up in the past. 2-0 pitch on the way. Fastball whacked into left center field. It is gone, and it's 3-0 Dodgers.
That was cool. I like it. I think that's the only home run the Dodgers hit, isn't it? Trumbo hit 2 by himself. But the guy who Scully would probably call the team photo, one guy that did it all, Chase Utley went 6 for 7. Let's hear all 6 of his hits, shall we? Let's do it.
Utley scoring 40 runs in that leadoff spot and playing just about every day. The 1-2 pitch, Utley bangs it into right field for a base hit. So Chase stings one to right, 0-1. Off speed, whack into right center, racing over Trumbo, has to play it off the wall, and he can't play it very well. It bounces behind him, and into second base with a double goes Chase Utley. And that's a line drive into left field, base hit. So Chase Utley doing a great job in the leadoff role. He is 3 for 4. And a drive to right, and that's going to go down the line into the corner. Playing it is Trumbo. Here comes Maeda, but they're going to stop him at third. And the throw from Schoop went over to third base. So if Maeda had ever rounded the bag, Schoop would have nailed him. And a base hit that looks like 2. Utley is going to head for second and hold on. So for Chase Utley, he goes 5 for 6. Can you imagine? His last 5-hit game was 9 years ago. Fastball, a little fly ball to left. It's going to be his 6th hit. So Utley twice has had a 5-hit game, and now with 2 out, he winds up with his 6th hit of the game. Wow.
Yeah, that's enough of that. That's pretty crazy. 6 hits in a game for Chase Utley. Wow. 6 for 7. As I said, the game went 14 innings. And we still lost. So what are you going to do? The Dodgers announced that Hyun-Jin Ryu will be activated and will pitch on tonight's game against the Padres. And Clayton Kershaw played catch for the first time since he landed on the DL. And he is, quote, unquote, considerably better with his back, I guess. And the team says he is ahead of schedule in his rehab, whatever that means. I know what it means. It means he's probably coming back after the All-Star break. It's a no-brainer. He's going to the All-Star game. He's not going to play. He was voted onto the team by all the managers and everybody. But he's gonna just sit there and watch, and then he'll probably play after the break, I'm sure. Speaking of playing and speaking of All-Stars, our own All-Star Corey Seager has now got 19 games in the books in his hitting streak. It's the longest in the National League this year, and one more, and he'll tie Tommy Davis for the Dodger record, the longest streak by a rookie. That would be very exciting. I'd like to see that. Tommy Davis's record has been standing for a very long time, so I think it'd be cool for Corey Seager to break it, and that could happen tonight. Yeah, I hope it does. All right, more fun in July. Well, as you all know, after the next 4 games, There's a break, and that's the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game is Tuesday, July 12th in San Diego. So that means we got to give a shout-out to our friend Bob P. He knows who he is. He's probably watching. Hey, Bob. No, you're not going to win this series. I don't care if you played 50 games. Padres are not going anywhere, buddy, okay? Just give it up. Anyway, and July 24th is the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies in Cooperstown, New York. Now, whenever I do this, it means fun stuff. Fun stuff on Let's Talk Dodgers. By the way, there's several places you can see us. Right here on Facebook under Let's Talk Dodgers. You can see us on YouTube, on our YouTube page. It's called Let's Talk Dodgers 13. And if you click on the Let's Talk Dodgers 13 in that area, all the shows will come in right in order, except for the ones that were only on Periscope. You can't get those on YouTube unless I put them there, which most of them I didn't. Anyway, let's see, fun stuff. The All-Star balloting is done. As you know, the NL has 5 Cubs on it, so we'll be watching the Cubs and the rest of the NL squad on Tuesday. 3 Dodgers made it, as we said, Kershaw, Seager, and Jansen. That'll be fun to see Seager and Jansen play. I hope they do. And in the Home Run Derby, in case you didn't hear the news, it was announced, sort of, not formally, but informally, that and unofficially, that Corey Seager will take part in this year's Home Run Derby. That should be interesting. Joining him could be the home run leader in the majors right now, Mark Trumbo, and also Todd Frazier of the White Sox, who won the event last year, says he's going to be participating. Mark Trumbo said he plans to participate in the Derby, so we don't know who's actually going to be in it yet. They haven't made the full announcement, unless you go read the pages right now. It's 4:15 in the afternoon. They might have made that announcement today. We'll go look for it in just a few minutes, but that's kind of a given. If the guys say they're going to be there. One thing we do know, Madison Bumgarner did not win his bid to try and be in it. He'd be one of the first guys as a pitcher to be in the Home Run Derby. He's not doing it, so do I care? Not really. Anyway, shout-outs. We got shout-outs today. A nice young lady named, is it Odalis? Spelled in a very odd way, but Odalis, interesting spelling. Ron A., Karen, Robert, and my pal Roger. Roger's the guy you may hear me talk about from time to time. He and I were at the first game of the 1988 World Series together, and we are each other's witnesses. Don't ever fall away from me there, Roger. You're my witness, pal. So shout outs to all those guys right now on Let's Talk Dodgers. What else we got going on here? Stats of the day? Yeah, we got stats of the day. Chase Utley went 6 for 7 yesterday, as you heard earlier. He became the first Dodger with that many hits in a game since Sean Green in 2002. But let's go a little deeper into the stats, shall we? The 37-year-old Utley is the 3rd oldest player since 1900 to record at least 6 hits in a game. The top 2 on that list are Cal Ripken Jr. in 1999 and Ty Cobb in 1925. Both were 38 years young at the time of their 6-hit games. And so Chase is right behind him with 37. Hey, maybe Chase Utley will do it again when he's 38. I don't know. But Ty Cobb and Cal Ripken Jr. both hit 6 hits in a game when they were both 38 years old. So those 2 guys are ahead of Chase Utley. Does anybody worry about those things? No, but the people at Elias Sports Bureau kind of put on a good show with that stuff. I love those. They're kind of fun stats. All right, this day in Dodger history, we got some fun going on here. How about July 7th, 1959? Well, they used to do 2 All-Star games in those days, but I remember one of them because, well, I was a little kid. But I remember Dodger right-hander Don Drysdale retired all 9 batters he faced in Pittsburgh as he makes his first All-Star game start a successful one. He leads the National League club to a 5-4 victory over the American League in 1959, and that was only one game. They did another game, I believe it was at the Coliseum, and I don't know if he pitched it or not, but that might have been a year later. I can't remember. I'll have to sort those out. We'll talk about those during the All-Star break. Yes, we will be back next week during the All-Star break. What else can we tell you about it? Oh, yes, another date in Dodger history, July 7th. This is July 7th. In 1937, wow, is that way back there. And you may have remembered his name because of the song. Pitcher Van Lingle Mungo becomes the first Dodger to appear in 2 All-Star games, allowing 2 hits and 2 runs in 2 innings of relief. Vinny would have liked that one. And Van Lingle Mungo was a pitcher on the Dodgers in the 30s, and this guy was a great pitcher. And, of course, we remember him for that great jazz tune that was out many years ago. Should I play a little of it? I don't know. Let's look for it. Let's see. Do we have Van Lingle Mungo? Let's look for it. Van Lingle Mungo. Don't have it readily available. He's trying. We're vamping, as the kids say on Periscope. We're just hanging. We do not. Shame on me for not having Van Lingle Mungo. right at my fingertips. Let me do a quick search for it. There it is. Yes, let's play a piece of it. There it is.
Johnny G, Eddie Juiced, Johnny Pesky, Thornton Lee, Danny Gardella,
It's coming.
Van
Don't you like stuff like this?
Lingo,
Yeah, there it is. Okay. Here's some Van Lingo Mungo. All right, anyway. It was on this date in 37 that Van Lingo Mungo became the first Dodger to have appeared in 2 All-Star games. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get you out of the ballpark for this long series. I'm not sure if we are doing a show tomorrow. We'll find out. Maybe, maybe not. So you'll have to watch. But just in case you're not with us, or I'm not with you, first of all, let's hit you out for today, July 7th. It's a 7-tenner against San Diego, and the Padres are throwing left-hander Drew Pomeranz, 7-7 with a 2.65 ERA. Against our lefties coming back, Hyun-Jin Ryu. Yes, we call him Ryu now, not Ryu. It's spelled R-Y-U because in Korean it's pronounced Ryu, so it sounds like Ryu, not Ryu. But anyway, Hyun-Jin Ryu has told everybody he wants to be called Ryu. All right, so Ryu, he's making his 2016 debut for the Dodgers. He's been out for an awful long time, and he's had surgery. So when guys come back from surgery, you never know. But he says he's ready. He's made about 4 or 5 rehab starts. So Hyun-Jin, let's do it, buddy. We're all behind you. We can use a guy like that right now, especially if he's got his good stuff. All right, on Friday, July 8th, whether we're with you or not, 7-tenner also at the stadium. San Diego's throwing right-hander Andrew Kashner. He's 3-6 with a 4.42 ERA. Isn't he supposed to be one of their aces? All right, I don't want to beat on Bob too much. Yeah, Bob. All right. Left-hander Scott Kazmir's taking the ball for the Dodgers in that game on Friday. He's 7-3 with a 4.37 ERA. And in case I'm not here to tell you, let's round out the rest of the series. Let's go through Saturday, July 9th, 4:15 p.m. It's the San Diego Padres right-hander Luis Perdomo. He's 3-3 with a 7.93 ERA. It's a high one. We had to load up on that guy. And he's going up against our right-hander who just made his return last time out, Brandon McCarthy's 1-0 with an O ERA. Interesting thing, Dodger alert for everybody that doesn't have Time Warner Cable. Saturday's game is on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1 on Saturday, and that game begins at 4:15 Pacific time. You got that? Fox Sports 1 on Saturday. And in case I'm not here to tell you about it tomorrow, Sunday, July 10th is a 1:10 end-all game for the first half of the season, or the unofficial first half. We already played more than half the season already anyway. But San Diego is going to throw their left-hander Christian Friedrich, and Friedrich is 4-4 with a 4.42 ERA, and we're going to end right up to the All-Star break. We're going to end the series with right-handed pitcher Kenta Maeda, who is 7-6 with a 3.07 ERA. But remember, Saturday's game, Fox Sports 1 at 4:15. Sunday's game, 1:10, Sportsnet LA. And what else we got for you? Oh, special appearances this weekend. July 10th is the Frank and Son Collectibles Show, and the 10th is Sunday out at City Ministry. And 2 former Dodgers are going to be there. You may or may not remember them. Eddie Murray, of course, the great Baltimore Hall of Famer, but he was also first baseman for the Dodgers, you remember? Right before Caro started. In fact, he was with us when Caro started. And also Eric Davis, Eric the Red. He used to be on the Reds, of course, but we had him in 92 with Darryl Strawberry. That was fun. Had Eric Davis for a couple of years. He got hurt a lot. But anyway, from 11 o'clock in the morning to 1 in the afternoon, Eddie Murray and Eric Davis can be signing at the Frank and Son Collectibles Show on Sunday. That is going to do it. I'm Randy. You know who you are. Come on back maybe tomorrow. If not, we'll see you on Monday in the middle of the All-Star break. We're going to set you up for the National League and American League All-Star rosters and all that other good stuff. So come on back, pull up a chair, sit down, relax, and let's talk Dodgers. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday. Maybe watch and find out.
Play ball! It's time for Dodger baseball.
And don't worry about the Dodgers. You know why?
Look, Dodgers are going to win that division anyway.
Better believe it. Better believe it. They're going to win it, all right? Go Blue. And meanwhile, let's beat the Padres. I mean, beat them bad. Bye, everybody.